can see a tall building. That's the PwC building, Price Waterhouse Cooper building, which when you get close to that building, you know you're close to the Mall of Africa. The Mall of Africa is located in the Waterfall City area of Johannesburg. It is an up and coming, developing city with large corporations. Their headquarters, such as Deloitte, Price Waterhouse, and several other large corporations, are headquartered in South Africa in Waterfall City. And there are so many developments in this area, creating the traffic going into the mall. The mall is where a lot of people do their grocery shopping. Each mall has anchored Checkers and Woolworths typically, where people do their grocery shopping. Since I am a few miles outside of the Mall of Africa, I don't personally go into the store. I use not Uber. I use the Checkers 60 delivery service, where they will guarantee that they will deliver your groceries to you that you ordered within 60 minutes of you ordering your groceries, which is a really great asset, and I don't need to go physically to the store. My Uber ride was only 77 or 78 Rand, which equals to about $4. Even though this is a very busy mall, it did not feel too crowded. It has several levels, about 4 levels. There's escalators and elevators. The major banks are located in the mall. The mall is open till 8 p.m. There's covered garage parking on every level, so it's easy to do your shopping, put your items in a buggy, and take the elevator to your appropriate floor for parking and load your car up. This level here is the level where the banks are located. The FNB Bank, which is First National Bank on the right, is a South African bank that's known for its digital banking and customer service. You can use their app and pay your electric and water bill, as well as other bills. The FNB Bank is a division of the First Rand Bank, which is the second largest bank in South Africa. Standard Bank is the largest bank in South Africa, and Capitec has the largest customer base in South Africa. Nedbank is very popular as well. The African Bank, I'm not as familiar. It is not as popular as the other banks I just mentioned. It is very common to see long lines, especially during business hours, at the ATM at these banks. During business hours also, you can go into these banks and get business done. So these malls are a one-stop shop place where you can get banking, shopping, grocery shopping, food, clothes shopping, technology shopping, home shopping. You'll see as I tour the mall. It also has restaurants and a movie theater. Absa Bank on the left is also the third largest bank by assets in South Africa. There's a lot of name brand stores that are located in this mall, stores that are very commonly seen in the United States as well. Everyone is dressed similar to what we see in the United States. The stores are all westernized. If you want to get African clothing, you would have to go to a different mall. That would be the Rosebank Mall, or next to the Rosebank Mall. There's an African shopping area where you can get clothes and jewelry and other items such as art near the Rosebank Mall. It's several levels from the first level down into the basement, with a lot of interesting things. So if you want to bring back some African art or African clothing, I would suggest going to that mall. This mall is for the shopping of westernized items. It has name brand stores as well as no name brand. And again, there's the grocery shopping in Woolworths and in Checkers at this mall, as well as most big malls in South Africa. We just passed H&M, which is a very popular store in the United States. There's areas where you can sit. I didn't see places with outlets that you could sit at, so you probably have to go to a restaurant or a store for that. I eventually had to charge my phone after doing all this videotaping, so I went into one of the phone stores and got to charge up my phone there. Here's another entrance to the mall, entrance number 12. Toys R Us is on the right as we enter this entrance. It's interesting, Toys R Us and Babies R Us is still in business in Africa, as you can see here in the Mall of Africa in Johannesburg, but it is not existent in the United States anymore. It went bankrupt, that company. But it also makes sense because there's a lot more children in Africa, including in South Africa, compared to the U.S. So they get more business here in Africa. Here's another large skylight. The architecture is so nice with these skylights. It gives so much light to the area where you're walking and sitting and perusing. Zara is a popular name brand store in America. This is another entrance to the Mall of Africa, with a water feature and sculptures of the continent of Africa. This is where a lot of people take pictures, and it's also where there are some restaurants. The Nomad restaurant is on the left, and Tasha's is on the right. The water in this water feature doesn't look so nice now, but it might be because the weather was raining for the last couple days, so probably altered the conditions of the water feature and hasn't been fixed. This is on a weekend, so I think that's why it's probably looking that color right now. This entrance is blocked by a fence from the street, so you can't enter from this entrance or exit. But it does have outdoor and indoor eating for both the Nomad restaurant on the left and Tasha's on the right. I ate at the Nomad, and it was good food. I had a salad, olive salad, and it was pretty good. They had really good music in the restaurant. The music was American R&B and smooth jazz. Really, really good music. Nice chandelier. The Ellipse. That's a new building of condos, apartments in 3 buildings. They started the project maybe about 5 years ago. They are in their last phase of building. The third building is being built now or should be started soon. And it's about 90% sold out apparently. Pre-construction is what they're saying. The lowest price entry point at this point is 1.39 million rands, which is about $75,000. And it goes all the way up to about $800,000 American, depending on the level, the size of your unit, etc.
No, go ahead. Go
What's
ahead.
nice
It's
about
okay.
the
It's okay.
ellipse is
Thank you.
that couple was allowing me, was trying not to get in my way. That was very nice. What's nice about the ellipse is it's right across the street from the Mall of Africa. So you can walk to the Mall of Africa and get your banking done, your shopping done, your eating done. It's really nice. So not only if you live there, but also you can rent it out. You can rent it out on Airbnb, and you could be certain that you would be booked most of the time because of the location. And I think in the building itself, there's an arrangement where you can have that managed all for you. You don't have to do it yourself. That the Ellipse management will rent out the units for you if you want. Oh, what's also nice about the Ellipse building, besides it having just being a more luxurious type building, upscale, it also has a pool and a restaurant in the building, as well as a gym. There's Armani store. There's the Lucky Bread that's in the middle of this level, where you can get coffee and pastries. So if you just want to eat some snacks, drink some coffee or soda, you can do that in the small, or if you want full meals, you can get that as well in the restaurants. This is a nice area screen where I checked out to see if I could find a store on the map here, and I was able to. So it's a very helpful feature. If you don't want to look on a paper map, you can stop here, put in what you're looking for, find it, and get directions to which way to go. So I found the Fire Room, which is a restaurant on a different side of the mall. This little train is made for children. This mall has a number of features to entertain the little ones, and the train is one of them. It's pretty cool. I saw the train a couple times while I was in the mall. Children were in there accompanied by their parents. I saw some kids that were in there by themselves. I suppose they have a cutoff as to the age that you can be by yourself. So most of them were with their parents or some adult accompaniment. I imagine that there's a lot of young people that come to the mall and hang out, meet their friends, do the same thing as in the States. There's a movie theater that they can go to. There's lots of eateries from low. You can get a drink for less than $2. and pastries for about that too, so it's not too expensive. Here's a store called Al Capone. I've seen it at this mall. I think I've seen it at the Stanton Mall as well. I guess it's a designer store, given where it's located in the mall. And the clothes look, pretty nice. Here are the pastries, muffins, and cookies and cakes. And the prices are pretty good. And they have coffee as well. Different types of coffee. Went back to the pastries. 35 rands is about $2 American money.
Hello. Hi, how you doing?
Tanzania and Guatemala, other countries. Damn good coffee, they say. There's an iStore with Apple products like iPhone. Most of the iStores I've seen in America are always crowded with lines even outside of the store to get in. And then when you get in, you still have to wait, sometimes several hours if you don't have an appointment. But here it looks like they can accommodate everybody without much wait at all, if any. No line outside the store, not overcrowded. So I'm curious as to what their prices are compared to the United States. I'll probably check that out another time and see if I should buy an iPhone or some other Apple products before I leave the country. I don't know how they compare price-wise. If you're interested, you can. I'm not going to include that in this video because this mall is so large and I'm trying to cover most of it. But you can look it up online. This mall has over 300 stores. In Waterfall City. It's 4 levels. This group here, they were singing. I'm not sure if they were singing because they're related for like a birthday party or whether it was celebration of a team. I do see a lot of celebrations for soccer teams. They're called football in South Africa or in Africa in general. Here's another entrance to the mall. This is the boardwalk area with lots of restaurants. On the left, there's a play area for the children. There's the Fire Room restaurant on the right. There's 2 Fire Room restaurants, I believe, in Johannesburg area. I've heard good things about this one. This restaurant is also located in Monte Casino. That's where I first saw it. This is another area of the mall where people take pictures. And there's the tall PwC building, which is a sky landmark to let you know you're close to the Mall of Africa. Another play area here in front of the mall on this entrance. On the left is a restaurant called Rocco Mama's, which is a franchise of over 100 Rocco Mamas in South Africa. I looked it up because I was curious as to why that particular restaurant had a long line waiting to get in. And then I realized it's because it's a local franchise business of over 100 stores in South Africa, so it's pretty popular. On their website and app, you can get loyalty points that you can redeem whenever you place an order. You can also call for delivery, or you can order on Uber Eats and have it delivered. So it's Rocco Mama's. It's a hamburger restaurant. Lots of different hamburgers and other what we call finger foods. They have ribs. They have chicken wings, of course, French fries. And the burgers start as low as $5, and depending on the fixings and what else you get, you could get a meal for like $10. And apparently it's very popular. Ocean's Basket is on the left. That's another popular chain in Africa. There's a Ferris wheel that was not in operation. Maybe in, when school is out, like over the Christmas holiday, maybe they're in operation then. There's the ELN London restaurant on the right here. That's also looks popular. There's a lot of people in this restaurant compared to some other restaurants that I noticed. Then there's the infamous KFC. The KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, is popular in the United States. It's popular all over the world. I met a Nigerian guy the other day who said that, what did he say? Only rich people, at KFC is only for rich people. And I think he was trying to make the point of how poor so many people in Nigeria are that they can't afford KFC. But at this KFC and in many that I see in Africa, there's a lot of people that are patronizing KFC. It's a very popular brand all over the world, as well as Burger King and some other fast food restaurants that are popular in the United States that we're familiar with. And there's Sunglass Hut, and here is a wig store. All types of wigs. They are supposedly human hair wigs coming from countries like in South America, which Peru or Vietnam or Brazil. And they're supposed to last for years. You'll see a sign here shortly. There's a Brazilian and Peruvian and Vietnamese, or a mixture of hair. And then they have an area in the back where you can get your wig cut, styled, attached to your head, and styled for you with more privacy in the back. There are other stores I've seen in Stanton of wig places where you can actually see people getting their hair done. But here you can see that there's a more private area in the back. I don't see anyone in the store today. I was looking at it on a Sunday. Perhaps they're busier on Saturdays or during the week. Here's a look at the boardwalk again with several restaurants. This is the restaurant where I ate earlier. I ate at two different restaurants that day. Kyle, this one is more of a natural, organic type restaurant. I first learned about this restaurant when I found it in the Virgin Active gym. At that point, I didn't know that they were a separate restaurant, like chain, and they were just renting out the Virgin Active space. But anyhow, I really like this restaurant because I could eat healthy food. I had a vegetarian burger, and I had an espresso with almond milk. The espresso was 27 Rand. My total bill came to $7 and some cents. That included the burger and the double espresso. That was a good deal. But you can see they have bowls of salads and cooked chicken and various salads, quesadillas, salads and burgers, and they have healthy juices. Yeah, I really like their choices of food, from drinks to they got protein smoothies. They have frozen yogurt. Yeah, a lot of healthy foods. This is a place where you can exchange your money or send money overseas. If you want to send money to another country, or you want money sent to you, or you can change your US dollars to rands or vice versa. Starbucks coffee is on the left, and their menu looked very similar to what you can get in the States, but the prices were less. There's quite a number of people in the Starbucks. It's a large Starbucks. People working on their laptop as usual in Starbucks. They got cold and hot coffee and other drinks. And of course, the cakes and other type of sweets and pastries. Again, this is where I ate, and you can see that my bill came to $7.24, excluding the tip that I gave, that was cash. I used my credit card, and everywhere in South Africa, pretty much you can use your credit card, which I really like. When I went to Tanzania, I didn't have that luxury. I could have done without the mayonnaise on this burger, but I was looking to see if I had the avocado, which was there. And that espresso was really good. Here is UNIQ Unique, which is a part of Checkers. So I went to see what they had as far as clothes, but I wasn't impressed with their clothes. But they do have children's and adult clothing. It is not as big a store as the clothing choices you can get in Woolworths. Woolworths has a much larger uh, area for clothing in their store. Checkers and Woolworths are both large supermarkets with extensions of other items that they sell as well as food. So I thought maybe I just wanted to see what they had here. I also, on this tour, go into the Woolworths and show you the clothes and other items they have in that store. Woolworths is really huge, and it's likened unto, I've heard people say that it's similar to Whole Foods in America. I've been to a number of Whole Foods in America, and I think Woolworths is larger than Whole Foods, and it definitely doesn't have the clothes that Woolworths has. I remember being in an airport and shopping in the Woolworths there, and I bought a dress. I think I had, I think it was in Cape Town, I think. I don't know this brand, but the model looks nice. Yep. Mhm. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's see. What else can we look at here? Fabriari. I'm not familiar with that brand. Maybe it's a European brand. Here's a brand I recognize from the States. United Colors of Bennington. Kingsley Heath. Okay, here's the Woolworths. So I go into this. You can see how large it is already. This is a department store with sections for clothes. You see the women's clothes here. They have a men's section, they have a children's section for clothing. They have a section for housing, for the home, like kitchen items, bed items. And then they have a cafe area, and they have the supermarket area where you can buy groceries. And the grocery store is huge as well. So many choices. I've been to countries where I remember going to St. Lucia, and I remember going to store in Zanzibar, and you didn't get a lot of choices when you were shopping for groceries. But in South Africa, you get choice. Where in the United States, we're used to getting choices on every single item we buy, whether it's peanut butter. There's so many different brands. Well, in some stores in the world, you go to a store and you get one or two choices of brands of that item. So here you can see they have lots of items set up. It's a very modern store. They have here you're seeing someone do makeup on a woman. I've noticed that some women in South Africa, their makeup is so on point, so good. So maybe I'll try getting my makeup done. I don't usually wear makeup or not much at all, but I'll give it a try while I'm here. So if it's good, I'll take a picture and show y'all. But yeah, large store with lots of things to offer. I even saw a woman getting her eyebrow threaded, which is a way to shape your eyebrows, to pull out, it yanks out your hair, but they do it so well, and it just looks so neat. So you see a lady on the right, she was just doing some paperwork, but I think I saw her doing the threading of the eyebrows. So lots of services available. They have 2 levels in the store, I think. At least 2 levels, if not more. And it's very neatly set up. And not too crowded. I can see why a lot of people come here. You see the markets that direction, the cafe that direction ahead. And someone to look a little bit more before going to the cafe and food. Just look around at the clothes. This is the children's section, yes. And shoes, sneakers, you name it, you can find it in Woolworths. Okay, now we're coming up to the supermarket section. See lots of people here doing their grocery shopping. The checkout areas.
Can I get in this way or I have to go around?
Here's some home items, bed sheets, towels. And the supermarket. Get plants and food items, fresh fruits and vegetables, breads, and all the other foods, including frozen foods, fish, meat, fresh produce here, salads. All these items cost so much less here compared to the States. Items you can buy for as low as $1 a lot of times, and then like at least 50% discount to what we're used to, and lots of variety, lots of choices on every item. You name it, they got wine, they got other liquor you can buy as well. I think you need to be over the age of 18, I believe. For the liquor. We got hair items, vitamins, spices, soaps, lots of items, lots of choices. I would say Woolworths and Checkers are the two largest supermarkets in South Africa. They got name brands like Coca-Cola. They make their own coffees here. I like this picture. It was at, I think, eyeglass place. Here's Checkers. I didn't go into that store, but it's similar to Woolworths. Here's a local store. I like some of these dresses that they had in here at Mr. Price. Here's City, another store for wigs. Here's the Nomad restaurant, which is a Turkish restaurant that I went to before the mall closed at 8 p.m. I came to charge my phone and also to have a salad. I had the olive salad, but I think it was around $5. The service is really good at this restaurant. They have outdoor and indoor seating. They were rated, I looked them up, they were rated 4.4 out of 5 star with over 2,000 reviews. It was a nice atmosphere. I loved the music they had. I don't know if you can hear the music now. I might have to remove it from the video to avoid getting a copyright strike, but they had some really nice American R&B and smooth jazz music. Here's the menu. They had the salad, the second item on the salad list. They even had soups that were, I think they were, yeah, $4 to $5. The salads were $6 to $8. And the main dishes started at $4 and went up to the seafood platter was the most expensive item I saw, and that costs around 30 American dollars. They also had wine and mixed drinks. Their strawberry daiquiri only costs $5. They had liquor. You can get rum for $1.50 or vodka for $2. And, they did have some healthy items on their menu. Then they had some that were not so healthy. They have pizza and other things with cheese, and they had dessert. But the atmosphere is nice. I would say it's a good place to go if you want to eat solo or you want to eat a romantic dinner with, romantic dinner for two, or you wanted to just hang out with some friends. It was a nice restaurant. The service was really nice and friendly and welcoming. And I stayed here for about, maybe an hour, just relaxed, looked at my phone, charged my phone, and did a little video while I was there. And everything went well. And it was not expensive. Here's the IMAX theater. So you can come here to go out to see a movie. They have virtual rides for the children or the adults who are young at heart. I think I would do something like that. They look like a bike. You could do virtual riding on a motorcycle. That looks cool. I'm not sure what this is over here, but it says virtual rides, Xbox games. Okay. So after I ate at the Nando's restaurant, then I went to the drop-off pickup spot, ordered my Uber, and got a ride back home. And I ordered a regular Uber, not a Uber Black, but I lucked out and got a BMW anyway. And so it cost me about the same as my ride there, which was, $4? Yep, $4. It took me about 20 minutes to get home from door to door. And this is the sights I saw on the ride back. Very pretty. And I had a good conversation with the driver, who was a female driver. She says she doesn't usually drive at night, but she had a certain number. She started kind of late in the day, and she had a certain number of rides she wanted to achieve before the night was over. So she was still working at this hour. Yes, so the Mall of Africa was nice. Thanks for watching. Please like the video and subscribe.